So this video review is for The Business of Love by Charley Clarke. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below. And if you're on my blog, then there is a link within the post. And as I said, this is the video review. So The Business of Love by Charley Clarke. This was so heartwarmingly beautiful. Mac is trying to secure her position as CEO at her family company, and to do that she has to be married. So Taylor, who's a woman that Mac accidentally missed a date with, has college debts and dreams, and this arrangement they come to for her to marry Mac would take care of all of that. So together they agree their terms and they put their arrangement in place, but it has to be believable, because if it's not believable, Mac will get caught out and then she won't get what she wants, which is to secure this position as CEO. So they start learning more about each other, doing all the typical things that you do once you've got married, and they might just find exactly what both of them have been trying to avoid. So this is such an adorable fake romance. Usually fake romances, they're always based on an arrangement, and this one's no different. There is an arrangement, but it was just so adorable how they came to sort of get their connection. And the tension between Mac and Taylor at first was really sizzling, and I wondered how they were ever going to get through this deal if it carried on like this, because Taylor was so frustrated and Mac didn't like what was going on, but knew she had to like force herself to do these things, and it was really stressful for her, and they could barely stand one another, and it was like, how are you going to make this work? But Mac's sister played a really, really big part in warming Taylor to Mac's awkwardness and her heartbreaking situation, because the more you started to learn about her and her sister, the more you realised why Mac behaved the way she did. And I'm so glad she was there, because without her, these two, they definitely would have been found out a lot sooner, because there is no way they would have got over their own prejudices about one another's behaviour to stick at it, and they needed that person to sort of mediate them and keep them in line. But I loved Mac. She had these insecurities and social anxieties that I could completely relate to, and so I really understood why she was struggling with everything that Taylor wanted, and also to even, it was her idea, but she was struggling with how to make it believable, because her own personality, the way she behaved, was standing in her way already. So once Taylor began to understand that and get a perspective about why Mac behaved the way she did, it seemed that she could be less stubborn about it and try to make things easier for Mac. She was willing to compromise a bit more and tone down her exuberant personality, which made then this a really lovely slow burn romance as well, because the way they end up falling for each other was quite magical. But Taylor had an uprightness that, at first it made it easy to understand why Mac was finding connecting with her on a personal level and being vulnerable around her really difficult. And when they started working together, Taylor softened, and then it became obvious that she carried her own insecurities, and they weren't too dissimilar to Mac's, and that her emotions and affections affected how she behaved as well, and what she projected out into the world. So as a team, they were absolutely unstoppable once they got over all of that, and I'm so glad they entered into this arrangement, because without it, I think they would have just passed each other by. They never would have worked out how well suited they were for one another, and they probably would have just had no happiness that they both really, really deserved. So I really enjoyed this, got really fully immersed in it, and it just got better and better and better as it progressed, and all these little nuggets kept coming out about their behaviour or their situation, or a spanner was thrown in the works. Whatever it was just getting better and better, and it was an absolutely great story. Lots of heart, lots of love, and all romance lovers will definitely enjoy this one, because it was absolutely brilliant and I couldn't put it down. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of The Business of Love by Charley Clarke, which I really hope you will. If you've read The Business of Love, would love to know what you thought of it. So please do comment, share how you found the story and what you enjoyed. If you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your to-be read list, or you're super intrigued and think, yeah, I really want to read that now, then please do comment below and let us know, because it's always great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye!